Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. I'm Samuel Williams and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Hampshire Police have set up an investigation into the South Coast derby. A ball boy and a worker were injured by an exploded pyrotechnic following the heated 1-1 draw for Southampton at Fratton Park. Hampshire and Isle of Wight Constabulary said it was investigating several incidents, including one which left a ball boy with a cut lip. Toby Dickinson reports.
Southampton Football Club made the short journey to Fratton Park to face Portsmouth on Sunday. A feisty encounter finished 1 apiece, with new signing Ibu Adam scoring a late equaliser for the hosts. However, Saints striker Adam Armstrong will feel that he should have put his team in front when he hit Pompey goalkeeper Nicholas Schmid with his golden opportunity. Brazilian winger Leo Shinza did later convert an identical chance to Armstrong's to put them 1-0 up. The animosity between the two sides was clear when Flynn Downs put a late challenge on Zach Swanson that erupted into both sets of players getting involved in a brawl just in front of the Pompey fans. The same atmosphere was also apparent off the field, with a large police presence in the Fratton area to control the clashing fans, 5 of whom were arrested during and after the game. This felt like a derby of old, but do fans think that the South Coast derby is the same as it was 30 years ago? And how does it compare to other derbies in Britain?
Well, I'm glad it still continues, but it's definitely not the same. There's less violence. Not that I'm an advocate of violence, but it used to be, it's like I used to live in Scotland, go to Celtic Rangers, and it was brilliant, especially New Year's Day.
This has been Toby Dickinson from Solent Sports News.
In form, Manchester United and Danish international Patrick Dorgu is likely to be out for a number of weeks with a hamstring injury. Following the emphatic 3-2 victory against Arsenal at the Emirates, Dorgu was seen limping off in the closing stages of the match. Our very own Premier League analyst Daniel Farmer has more on the matter.
Yes, thank you, Sam. So Dorgu obviously scored in that 3-2 win. He's come in to this side since moving to left wing, almost like Gareth Bale, moving from left back to left wing, and he scored one against Arsenal, scored against Newcastle, and also against Man City. He'll be a big miss for Man United in the future.
Thank you very much, Dan. Bayern Munich have confirmed that they are in talks to extend striker Harry Kane's contract. The England captain's current deal at the German Giants runs out in the summer of 2027. Kane has scored 34 goals in 30 games as Bayern sit top of the Bundesliga. Former Manchester United and Scotland defender Gordon McQueen's family believe more should be done to reduce heading. McQueen died in 2023, aged 70, with an inquest finding that heading the ball likely led to the brain injury that partially caused his death. His daughter Hayley has criticised the FA's regulations.
Surely you're there to safeguard your players. OK, there are guidelines now which have been put into place about reducing heading, but explain why there are guidelines. There's going to be an epidemic of brain disease within a generation of players.
Hampshire cricketer Liam Dawson and his England side are hoping to win their one-day series against Sri Lanka this afternoon. Heading into today, both nations were level at 1-1 with England ready to bat first. Sri Lanka are chasing down England's total of 357 for 3 and require 249 runs. Our cricket correspondent Marcus Mansfield has more.
England started poorly with the bat, losing their openers cheaply before Joe Root and Jacob Bethel steadied the ship with a 125-run stand for the third wicket. Root went on to score his 20th ODI century and finished on 111 not out of 108 balls alongside Harry Brook, who scored a blistering 136 not out of 66 balls to lead England to a mammoth total of 357 for 3. Currently, in reply, Sri Lanka 191 for 5 off 28.4 overs, with opener Pavan Nissanka scoring 50 off 25 balls, and currently Pavan Rathnayaka is 60 not out in Colombo. Head back to Sam.
Thank you, Marcus. Milan's mayor has criticised ICE agents attending the Milan Winter Olympics. In the last hour, the US Immigration Agency have confirmed that they will send the agents to the Games to support their security operations. The city's mayor, Beppe Sala, stated that ICE were the militia that kill and they were not welcome in Milan. We are now joined by reporter Harvey Gering, who is live with us at Southampton's Snow Centre. Harvey, what's going on?
Well, I'm outside here by the Alpine Snow Sports in Southampton, and even though it's not as cold as Milan, many of these kids zooming by me may be dreaming of competing in the snow and ice at the Winter Olympics in the future. Well, with the Winter Olympics coming next month in Milan, there's been some breaking news about ice at the Olympic Games, but not the kind of ice that you're thinking of. As you just said, it's been revealed that the Immigration and Customs Enforcement that the United States have as a federal quantity will be at the Winter Olympics starting on the 6th of February. But the agency is ensuring that they're conducting their operations not as an immigration, but as to mitigate risks from transnational criminal organisations through security. And as you said before, the Milan mayor, Beppe Sala, has criticised the decision, with the Olympics still maintaining that they're going to stay. And this announcement falls after the aftermath of the shooting of Alex Preti on the streets of Minnesota by an ICE agent last week, with many Italians fearing that the officers from the same federal agency will soon hit the streets of Milan.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Harvey Gering at the Southampton Snow Centre. Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz has beat Alex de Minaur in straight sets at the Australian Open. He entered the favourite as the current world number one. The 22-year-old is yet to drop a set in the competition and believes his fine form will carry him over the line.
It's always great winning straight sets, saving energy for the next rounds. Even better for yourself, for the mind to have a win, such a great win against Tommy Paul, in straight sets. So it gives you a lot of confidence.
Local basketball team, the Solent Kestrels, have won the National Cup final. The Southampton-based side currently play in NBL Division 1 of England and are challenging for the title. Max Cochrane has more.
National Cup 2026 is heading to Southampton. It's heading to the South Coast. Fortune Aguma hits the three, but it's academic. Solent are the National Cup champions.
On Sunday, we saw Solent Kestrels defeat Manchester Magic 93-74 to lift the NBL National Cup. This is the third time Solent Kestrels have lifted silverware in the last 10 seasons, with the last coming 4 years ago. Luke Basumbru picked up the MVP award after scoring 28 points for the Southern outfit. Dan Crowther is the photographer and videographer for the Kestrels. We asked him what his experience was like for the final.
I think it was a very vibe of confidence from the team. It was feeling great. So it was a lot of fun. Everything after the trophy raise, where all the fans were going around taking photos with the players and whatever, was absolutely incredible.
But not only that, the Kestrels have got the Division 1 National League still to play for.
If I were to be bold, I'd say take every single game for the rest of the season as it is, and hopefully pick up those wins that we know we can, the team. And I think the main thing is they really want to try and make it to the playoffs.
Will Solent Kestrels be able to repeat their magic next season? Max Cochrane, Solent Sports News.
Southampton will host a junior darts tournament this summer. Alfie Faulkner has the story.
Southampton has been announced as a location for the new major darts tournament that is set to take place this August. Target Darts, who sponsor the current world champion Luke Littler, has created a new tournament aimed for 7 to 18-year-olds called the Target Junior Darts Series. Southampton will be one of the 5 locations for this event, which aims to boost youth engagement and development within the sport. Lawrence Dowding, who is the Academy Director at the Southampton Junior Darts Academy, believes this is a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, I think that, there's lots of competitions that run around the country, and I always encourage all of our students at our academy to enter as many as possible. The minute we got notification that our academy had been selected as one of the venues, we put it out on the WhatsApp group, and the event's completely sold out already.
Lawrence also praises the rise of Luke Littler for what he's done for the sport.
If you look at Luke, he went through the junior darts sort of pathway to get there. So Luke was playing in competitions from like 11 years old. But because it was the first time you'd seen a very young person excel so far, that was what had the massive impact. He was a relatable person. You know, you've got all these young people seeing what he was, 16 at the time, playing in the World Championships, and they're thinking, well, you know, he's an ordinary lad. He's not 6'4", built like Ronaldo, you know.
I'm Alfie Faulkner, and back to the studio.
F1 teams are currently completing a shakedown of their new look cars ahead of the 2026 season. The private event in Spain is host to 10 of the 11 teams on the upcoming grid, with Williams absent. This is the first of 3 tests held before the season starts in Australia at the beginning of March. Riven Corbett is in Barcelona for this report.
Yeah, with the new regulations, massive changes to chassis, fresh engines, as well as tyres and fuel, the teams have been given plenty of time to test their new cars. This test being behind closed doors and away from the beady-eyed reporters and fans, there's very limited information being reported. But Williams' absence from the test here has definitely not gone unnoticed. A team based in Oxfordshire have chosen to focus on the development of their car to push for maximum performance. Reports coming from the factory have, however, stated that they have now passed the FIA required crash test, which was a major worry surrounding the car before the other 2 tests come in a few weeks. On the flip side, a number of drivers have gone out on track the last 2 days, including newcomers Cadillac, who are definitely one of the focus points ahead of the season opener.
British swimmer Emily Barclay is the latest athlete to join the controversial Enhanced Games. The Games allow participants to take performance-enhancing drugs that are banned in mainstream sports. The inaugural competition is due to take place in Las Vegas in May. Scotland's rugby coach is feeling positive ahead of this upcoming Six Nations. The Dark Blues face Italy in Rome on the 7th of February. After losses to the likes of Fiji and Argentina in the autumn series, Gregor Townsend thinks his team can bounce back.
The way the team played throughout 2025 in some of our biggest games, when I think back to New Zealand, France, England, the players have performed at a really high level. The fact Glasgow played really well, and a lot of our players come from the Glasgow team, that is a positive going into the tournament.
That's all from us this hour. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can keep up to date 24 hours a day on our website, which is solentsportsnews.com. That is solentsportsnews.com.